Well, hello and welcome, everybody. We've got a special Shills presentation tonight. Oh, yes, indeed. Somebody's YouTube channel, I think it is, Anti-Ordinary, decided to do a live premiere. It just started right now. We're going to get right to it. And they're attacking some people that we know in the community. And we thought it would be an absolute great time to jump in and give our opinion at the same moment. And we've got somebody that's knee-deep in it with us. We've got Cheshire Vic. So let's see who is at the table with us all today and get right into this. So let's go right to Cheshire. How's it going? What do you think? This is going to be great.
I mean, realistically, if it's knee-deep for a normal person, it's probably over my head as a goblin. Luckily, I'm a swamp goblin, so I can swim in bullshit.
all right. And we want to do this pretty quick because we want to get right to it. So, Barman, welcome. How's it going, buddy?
Evening, dude. You're right.
Oh, loving it. I can't wait to get to this. I can't wait. And we got DeadKennedyInSpace. Buddy!
Sup?
Oh, yeah. Ready to do a little live action takedown?
Shit, yeah, let's do this.
Awesome. We got Aimee Hogan with us. Aimee, how's it going?
Great, thank you. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming.
All right. And we threw Boole into the fire for this one, people. He had about 12 minutes to prepare and get ready for the first thing he's ever done with us properly. Boole, how's it going, buddy? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just that it was a little
The
unexpected.
Shills are pulling a Kyle on you.
Oh, yeah. I'm used to it. So.
All right. So, Boole, do you have the link for that channel all set and ready?
Actually, I didn't know we were going to be watching a channel, but we can definitely pull that up. I will give me
all
one
right.
second.
That's awesome. Who in here can send him the link? I don't have it up right now.
Yeah. Got it.
Awesome.
Got it. And we just close things down because I just had to reopen like 10 tabs to get that. High IQ research, all. That's in Shills Lair, mate.
Shills Lair.
Awesome.
Okay,
Awesome.
yes,
So yeah, the title of the stream was Steve McRae is a liar or something, and abuse and stuff.
Steve
Mentioning
McRae is a liar, abuse allegations, Red's rhetoric, scientific Mel, and some other crap.
Yeah, exactly. A whole lot of crap. So
I like how she's admitted in the title that it's all crap. That's convenient.
that was me ad-libbing, sorry.
Damn.
yeah, that should make it easy though. All right. Yeah, and then being a premiere, we'll be able to back it up and start from the beginning, and we can have the chat up and we can see what can I use the word indoctrinated? Oh my God.
The hate boners, they're everywhere.
Oh, they are.
So yeah, maybe we should have put this on Pornhub with the hate boners we're going to be seeing.
I was going to say.
Oh, too funny.
I have it now.
Do I need to adjust? I've noticed there's a little bit of a clip of me showing up through the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Can I put my boobs down a little bit so we can get just a cleavage bar?
Oh, it's just that's the cleavage clip right there, Chesh. Yeah, you're.
I'm not going to complain at a cleavage clip. I'm saying this. My wife is now giving me evil eyes.
We're all 12.
Steve McRae saying, "I am being sexually harassed by these terms."
Steve, shave the beard. I'll sexually harass you. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you can't get rid of his Gandalf beard.
Well, there was a stream last night that a certain somebody put out, and what was it? Oh yeah, Steve McRae is now our overlord. Isn't that what we were told, guys? Isn't that how that
hail
went?
McRae.
Yeah.
It sounds right. Let's be fair. Oh, hail McRae! You can hear yourself chanting that.
I did make a super cute little drawing. Do you guys want to see it?
Yes.
Because of all the stuff people have been saying. Yeah, I can share screens.
Chesh, I've just seen a comment on that crazy person's stream you might like to know. Die. Chesh is McRae's damage limitation servant. She is brainwashed.
What the hell? You can't make this shit up, man.
I don't know. That sounds accurate to me.
In the chat here.
Oh, should I pull this stream up
I did
and listen
this
to
last
it?
night.
Like,
Yeah,
should we-
yeah. What we'll do, Bull, is we'll run it back to the beginning because they're probably already 5 minutes in now. Oh, shoot, I can't see that well enough. The way we set this screen up doesn't work well for this. We're going to have to do something about that in the future.
We could just pull it up full screen.
It's King Steve.
We could just pull it up full
Oh, I
screen.
love it.
We should just pull this up full screen then. Like,
I love it.
I could. 'cause
That's
right-
awesome.
Someone
you guys
knows who
hear
we're
me?
watching. Heretic. The Shills are live watching your premiere, Demi.
Aw.
Dude,
That's what she
Barman.
wants. She
Barman,
wants
do you
people
know?
to watch and make videos in response to her. She said so multiple times.
Yay!
You know who that is, Barman?
No.
That's the freak who wore Steve's face.
What? No!
Oh.
Okay,
Oh, dear.
here we go with
Yes,
this.
and I'm the one who's
But when
brainwashed.
Demi originally got in contact with me through Skype.
Whoa.
Here we go.
That's a big Steve face.
Oh.
You said roll that
Sorry.
back.
Looking down on
So
us.
apparently, in Demi's
Let's roll this back to the
Hey,
beginning.
look, it's God.
No, that's Ghoul.
it's the face of God.
Here we go. All right.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. If you are new here, Zazu isn't with me. He might come out in a moment.
sent her on
because he's
screen.
eating,
Fuck
so
my
that might
life.
be a bit
How is that
jarring, but
difficult?
he can't come out right now. He needs to get
Off of the chat
boy,
so I can
right?
see
If
the
you are
chat
new
going
here, my
on.
name's Anti-Ordinary, also known as Demi. Today I am responding to more Steve McRae drama because I'm going to insert a clip from my last video, and I'm also going to insert an extra clip
Is
that
there
I
any way
edited
we
got some
can turn
eyelashes
that
going
up?
today,
for
damn.
the video.
Damn,
And
girl.
It's just
Them lashes.
Where's that, Kev?
Is there any way we can turn the volume on that up a touch?
I was just about to ask the same, mate.
I just needed some time. There was stuff going on in the background between snaky bitches, and
Perfect.
There we go.
I just needed my time, decompress, take some pressure off of myself. I learned a few things about myself recently
point,
over the
who
week
cares?
as well, and
Oh,
I don't know
it was
how
like- oh,
to
yeah.
quite say
No, we
it,
didn't.
okay, but it's kind
No,
more
she's
like
paused.
Okay. Okay.
Really
I thought
had
that was,
this
I thought that was my
idea
brain
of
stuttering for a second.
feeling certain ways and understanding certain things, and you know, and I think over the last week or something that really got thrown in a loop, and I wasn't actually sure of. Let me not get emotional about this right now,
I just
bitch.
want that bird to
I'm not
shit.
actually sure how I feel or where I stand or what I think, and I just got through out of it, and
Can we
it
pause
wasn't
for a
a
second?
healthy place for me to take part in.
So is it just me? But the first thing I'm noticing about this person is making a lot of emotional arguments.
I don't think she's made an
Yeah,
argument yet.
Or not arguments, excuse me, statements. Just
Yeah.
everything they've said has been about their feelings. And, like, given the title of the video and the supposed subject, who fucking cares?
Yeah, this is a lot of. I can understand being upset, and if you're upset at Steve, that's fine. But it sounds like what you're doing is, or what she's doing is, she's presenting in a way that will either one be an appeal to emotion, and or two blatantly show that you're biased as fuck because you're upset about something.
Yeah.
Bias being a big word in that statement.
Just really
Yeah.
quickly, so, someone who knows this person already, so they do identify as she.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I wanted to be clear on
Yeah,
that.
Demi goes by she and her.
Okay.
What the hell happened to this? Like, I don't
You
know.
broke it. Bull broke it. Oh, no.
I broke something.
It's my fault for wanting to pause it.
Yeah, he's just trying to make Chesh bigger because Bull's obviously obsessed with Chesh, but fair enough.
Little does
Fair
everybody-
enough.
people think that Steve has me brainwashed. Little does anybody know I actually run everything.
Little does everyone know, Chesh doesn't actually like Steve. She's just in it because for the attention.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Love it. But no, this person, and I'm really annoyed because technically they're the same generation as me, and technically they're a millennial, and I'm a millennial, and I get fed up with all this. Oh, my feelings. Someone's hurt it because they called me fat. It's like, fuck off. I'm 19 stone and like to drink beer and cake. I'm fat because I want to be fat, basically, because I like cake. No one take the feeling.
There's something to be.
Stop being so sensitive.
I think it's fine if she wants to be sensitive and she wants to be upset. There's not really an issue there. There is an issue, though, if you're going to make claims based on that. So if she wants to say that, oh, I'm upset because Steve lied to me, then show how Steve lied to you. Don't say, I'm upset because there's a situation going on and I'm upset and I feel bad and I had to learn about myself, because none of that has to do with anything. Or at least don't use such a clickbaity title.
Yeah, that's my issue, is like, you've got the clickbaity title and then the first 2 minutes here has been my feelings. I learned some things about myself, and I'm like, who cares? Get on with it.
Get on with it. Monty Python.
There you go. And I already have some good comments in the chat too. Mike Bertelson says, "Why does she look like a Who from Whoville?"
Aww.
And then Kiri Mac says, I am confused about Demi. I found her channel recently, but the way she's going after Steve, meh, I don't know. And Glober Mom says Unirock is in the chat over there, apparently.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Oh,
Absolutely.
hey, maybe Uni would actually have the balls if we all show up on if Demi hosts the stream. He wouldn't show up on anybody else's channel. Maybe he'll show up there. Maybe she would be kind enough to. Well, I guess we'll see what she says in this video and see if it's worth.
Should we
worth
continue?
looking into.
Sure.
Could very well be.
Should we try and get on with it?
Sure. I need 2 minutes, guys. My little guy's going out to play. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Yep.
Okay,
Do what you gotta do.
Let's go.
My normal interactions online when I am not even secure or interacting properly in my everyday life. So, I have been raped multiple times. I have been sexually assaulted in a group. I have been held hostage at knife point multiple times. And I have been physically, emotionally, and mentally abused since I was a child. And I've almost been murdered. All of these things are already documented in my history, in my life story videos on my channel, if anyone really gives a fuck, which very few people do. Just for the record, those are some of the things I've had to deal with in my life. I come back, and like I just needed to take a break. We're gonna get to that, but I come back, and a friend of mine sent me a link to a Steve McRae live stream. I watched it from the timestamp that we're all going to watch it from now, and I just felt like, are you really gonna try fuck with me, bitch, when I keep my receipts? And for the shit that I can't prove that I don't have receipts for, I've already got it confirmed, little bitch. So are you ready for me to put these little bitches in their place, since Reds likes to throw that word around?
You want to know what I've come to tell you, and I sure as shit ain't gonna protect you anymore. Fuck that. I'm a rude bitch. Here's Go ahead, Barman.
I find this woman really annoying. I mean, really annoying. Just the whole attitude and things like that is like, oh my god, I think you sat on something in the wrong fucking place, love. Jesus fucking Christ. Bit this, bit that. Shut the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. You're acting like a fucking 12-year-old. You're like, I'm guessing late teens, early 20s on YouTube. Act like a fucking adult. Jesus Christ.
Well, there's
As for anything else you said in there, if you have been sexually assaulted or anything, I feel bad for you, but stop acting like a fucking child on the rest of it and going,
there's something to be said for what she's doing here, which is what she's doing is she's setting up. Yeah, she's priming. So she's set up a way out. She's already said that she doesn't interact well with others. She said that she is uncomfortable in her interactions on a social scale in her real life, and as well as her interactions online. So any criticism that you are going to put forth towards her from this point forward is that she's just going to be able to fall on to, well, you know, I'm just a bitch. Because she does that on the regular basis. That was something one of the comments of a different video has, where somebody is justifying her behavior in the way she decided to interact with Steve and Reds, in that, well, Demi's always been like that. I don't know what their problem is. It's like, well, she's more than welcome to be like that, but people aren't obligated to then interact with her if they so choose not to.
Right.
They're not responsible for her behavior, and it's not reasonable to expect them to put up with that just because she's always like that. If I'm always condescending towards you, or should you have to accept that I'm going to be condescending forever towards you? No, you can choose not to interact with me, and there's no issue.
Yeah. And can I just say, because Steve keeps saying in the chat, poisoning the well, that is what she's doing here.
Yeah.
She's priming and she's setting up. She's setting up for, like, I've been through all of these horrible things. Now here's Steve McRae, and I'm going to show you how he's supporting all of these things, even though he's not. And I have a huge problem with that, because that's exactly the same kind of shit that History Channel does with Ancient Aliens. I don't know. I don't know if she's doing it on purpose or not.
No, she is.
But,
Sammy knows what she's doing.
Okay, she's smart enough to know exactly what she's doing.
Oh yeah.
And that's really frustrating. I hate. Not
I
only
can
do I
tell
hate
you that
being
she knows what
manipulated,
she's doing because she does this and has called out other people for doing it. She knows exactly what she's doing.
and like, not only do I hate being manipulated, I hate knowing that I'm being manipulated because it's so obvious. That's just that's all. I'm bothered by.
She
what I
started
already
off the
see as
stream by
manipulative.
being like, I've been going through some things, looking into myself, sniff. This is an edited video. She recorded that and chose to put it in.
Yeah.
That's very true. We forget this. We're live. She's not. We can be excused from making twats of ourselves. She can't.
Yeah, this is a premiere, folks. This was pre-recorded and scheduled. She knew exactly when this was going out and what it said beforehand.
What she was doing. Bella
Tina says
Charge
it gets
just gave
much
us a.
Sorry.
Yeah, no.
That's okay. Bella Charge gave us a super chat. Thank you very much, Bella, for New Zealand $2. That's nice of Dawson to take Monkey to the park.
Love it.
All right,
Well,
let's keep going.
Let's keep
go.
going.
Let's see it now. Let's get in there.
To throw that word around.
You want to know? I have no problem to tell you, and I sure as shit ain't gonna protect Fiona anymore. Fuck that. I'm a rude bitch. Because here's the thing, Demi. If you're gonna act like a bitch, I'm gonna treat you like one. And if you don't want to be treated like a bitch, don't act like a bitch. I know you
Can you
have
put
it
that
in
back
you
for a
to
second?
not
It sounded like she clipped
act
that.
like a.
What was that?
She did.
Can
That
you
was
put that
definitely
back to the
clipped.
beginning of when she plays this video?
Go.
It sounded like that was clipped, and I want to watch the chat to see if it actually was.
It's very clipped.
Yeah.
It's very clipped. Well, we'll start here.
Since Red likes to throw that word around.
You want to know? I have no problem to tell you, and I sure as shit ain't gonna protect Fiona anymore. Fuck that. I'm a rude bitch. Because here's the thing, Demi. If you're gonna act like
Yeah.
a bitch, I'm gonna treat
That's
you like
definitely
one.
clear.
And if you don't want to be treated like a bitch, don't act like a bitch. I know you have it in you to not act like a bitch, because we spoke at length for hours where you weren't a bitch.
I'm not going to judge him. That's my favourite word as well. But you can't sound like the world's biggest walking vagina when you're calling other people a little bitch, Red. Come on, you little pussy. Who did you have
Pause.
fighting your battles the other fucking weeks?
Oh, yeah. No, there's a couple things to go over here. You go first, though. You called it.
Well, first of all, glass houses. So far, everything you say sounds bitchy, so maybe don't throw that stone. And second, someone pointed out something a moment ago that I wanted to bring up with her whole intro. There it is. Sassy Sandra. If she's so uncomfortable interacting, then what the hell is she doing this for? And that's another problem I have. You can't really say I'm awkward around people, I have these struggles, and then put yourself into this situation. You know, it's your fault. Nobody has to sympathize with you because you grabbed the sword and you walked into battle. You can put it down at any point.
Yep.
That's all.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chad.
There's an issue with the framing here. She just said, who did you have fighting your battles for you the other day? As if Reds asked her to say a damn thing. No. You can go back and look at what had happened and what went down. She wanted to know the drama that was going on. She came to us. No, she didn't just go to Reds asking, because she wasn't on Twitter at the time, because she gets kicked off of Twitter constantly. So she wasn't
We
on
left it
Twitter.
that
She
earlier.
wanted to know what was going on. And so she came to Reds asking about this information. Reds was kind enough to give her said information, and then she chose to make a video about it. No point did anybody ask her to fight a single fucking battle. She's straight up lying at this point in the way she's decided to frame this.
And we just got a super chat from John Rapp for Australian $5. He says, "Good day from down under, everyone. Pissing down in Sydney, so my team needs entertainment. Please begin indoctrination program 66.6." I love it. Thank you so much, John Rapp.
John Rapp.
So yeah, so she's framing something that didn't happen, and she's lying by implicature. Who did you quote? Who did you have fighting your battles the other day? Nobody asked you to fight that. You did that all on your own.
Yeah.
Just a whole attitude.
That's a lie.
It's like, you're calling a bitch and bitch and bitch. And it's like, well, one of you's acting like a person saying you're being a bitch. The other one's going, I'm going to be a bitch and I'm going to do this and I'm going to act like a fucking child. Yes, that's...
Well, I can actually clarify that. What she specifically identifies as that she is a bitch and she acts like a bitch. She chooses to be that way. This is part of the way she frames herself as a person, right?
Is that part
which
of
is
her
fine.
gender identification?
Which is fine, and she's welcome to do that. She's the one going into. Reds had asked her because she sent me the screenshots. She sent me the screenshots of her conversation with Reds, and essentially what Reds had said is like, "Why are you talking to me like this?" She's like, "Hi, I'm a bitch." So the reason Reds is using the word bitch is because she's the one who identified that way. She's the one who excused her behavior by the fact that, oh, well, I'm always a bitch, therefore you should just accept and you should just treat me as if I'm not.
Wow.
So she's misframing that too. So,
yeah.
I also want to point something out here. And it's on the actual picture that she chose to put up next to her here. There's some people here. There's Steve McRae, Red's Rhetoric on the right-hand side there. Her in the middle, the Great Debate Community versus the TST crowd. Okay, so why did, like you said, she inserted herself into this whole thing? No one asked her to put herself in the middle of all this.
That's actually a really good point.
It's
I was going to ask. I still don't understand why she's beaking off about this to begin with.
Right. So, like, what in the world, Demi? Why are you choosing to make this your cross to bear? Like, seriously.
Well, she's decided to put herself in the middle of this and blaming other people and framing it as if other people had called her into it, which is not the case. If you play the rest of the clip that she just played of Reds talking, he explains, saying that Demi went to Reds, went to Steve, went to Nick Suter, went to me, all about individual things, all looking for some drama thing to make a video about. She stopped getting responses to 3 out of 4 of those people. I was the only one who was like, okay, I see what you're doing. That's fine. I'll answer your questions.
Absolutely. Super chat here from Steve McRae. Thank you very much, sir. $10 American. I support the Shills. I do not support Demi or anyone who does at this point. It is now an ethical issue. Absolutely.
Ooh.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Although, Dick, there were 2 before that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yep.
Yep. Failed at engineering for New Zealand, $5. So she's using her abuse to garner what? Support, sympathy? Because it doesn't add any context. I'm a victim too, and have never used abuse for support nor sympathy. And then we had this one, which is from Helios 575 for $5 American. Red's asking someone to fight his battles for him is as believable as Uni being an investigative journalist, and this isn't Red's battle fight at all.
Oh, those were great jokes. Thanks,
either.
people. Thank you very much. Sorry?
He said it's not Demi's battle to fight either.
Yeah. So, yeah, I need to get caught up a bit more. Can we play a bit more just so I can see what's going on more? I had to step away there for a minute. That sucks so bad.
Yeah, I can pull that back up and let it run a bit. There you go.
Suck a dick, mate. Suck a fat dick. So...
Great place to pause.
Let's get into my response to Steve McRae's stream because they are so fucking moronic. every single one of them are so fucking stupid that they decided to try and drag me on an unlisted live stream, but they wrapped up all of the fucking dramas I was working on in one fucking video. So thank you guys. I don't have to spend the next fucking months working on this one piece of fucking drama. I can just do this shit now. So let's go. Let me just prove how shit these people are. The only time you can be successful is if you're talking to your fucking brainwashed following. That's literally it. That's literally it. There's a reason you call yourselves a cult. And I know you say it's a joke, but I say you're hiding in plain sight. Oh, bitch, you're getting spicy today. Turn on my phone and just watch. Just look at this beauty. Look, let Reds try and put me in my place. Let's jump into responding and providing all.
What hangout is she actually watching? She's watching the one of, because we saw it for a second. It was the one.
I saw Steve, Reds, and Dick in there.
What was that? Not New Year's?
Wouldn't that have to be?
What one is chat? Does anybody in the chat know which one she's doing? I'm pretty sure it's one on Steve's channel because Steve had his proper green screen on.
Yeah.
So it was either on Steve's channel or it was one of the ones on the GDC. So let me just do a quick sweep here and see if we can find out which one this is, because I don't think the only one it would be on is if it was on Red's channel, because Red's is the only ones who gets rid of his streams after the fact when they're just hangouts.
Okay, so while you're doing that, Digital Demonic Davros gave us Australian $2, and he says Unirock 2 brought Demi into this fight.
Oh, that makes total sense because he was just over in the chat, right?
That's actually not true. She went to uni. Yeah, she went to uni looking for shit.
Okay, and we got a second super chat from the Casual Spaceman. Thank you, Casual Spaceman, too. For £5, he says, avoid drama with this solution. Watch a load of rocket launches, drink copious amounts of alcohol, and listen to rock music really fucking loud.
Oh, yeah! Metal forever, baby!
Exactly, and I just got it for swearing.
and Spaceman, I love you, bro, but I mean, we're doing this because people we like are being attacked in a really bad way. That's the only reason we're here. Otherwise, yeah, fucking on with the space race, man.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't even do a show about our own personal spot in all of this nonsense because we don't give a rat's fucking ass. But you bring it to the doorstep of the inner community, and yeah, we got something to say because that's just how we roll, right? That's how it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure which video this is. I remember the hangout. Like, I remember it, but I'm not sure which video it is, so it might be unlisted. In that case, I'm just not sure. Because, she didn't tell the name. Which means she might not know the name because it's unlisted, but... Reds or
Digital
Steve, if you guys are in the chat, let me know which video this is, and I'll take a look.
Digital Demonic Davros says he was in the call when Uni invited Demi in and gave her all his evidence.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry, I misunderstood what you were saying. Yes, he invited her in after she went looking for him. She went to go talk to him and see what was going on with him, like, around Christmas time. Of course I know this because I have eyes everywhere. People tell me things. You can't do anything on the internet without people knowing what's going on. So yeah, no, she went to him. She basically didn't get the answers that she wanted from Steve and Reds when she went to all four of us. She didn't get the answers that she wanted, so she went to other people to try and get those answers. Keep in mind that the people that she ends up talking to with Uni and the people that are in her live stream are the same people she claimed gave her the runaround when she was doing the video that she referenced before, when she claimed that people were asking her to fight her battles.
I know there's a recurring theme here, and I'm hearing so much boo fucking who. It's just about to make me sick. Cry wah wah wah. It's drama people love drama, and I'm almost hearing some play acting here and wrapping it up and making it feverish. Maybe that's just me. I'm not sure. Let me know there, everybody.
Okay, and we've got another super chat too. Failed at engineering gave us New Zealand $2, and he says Demi's manipulation level is like 1,000 level.
I'm agreeing 100%. Absolutely.
Their power is over 9,000. Sorry. I thought about doing the voice, but I didn't know who'd get it. But...
Oh, I didn't catch either one of you there. Yeah.
Mom, what does the scouter say about
What does he say?
Never.
That's funny.
Yep, exactly.
Whoa, that was a good one.
Scream.
Oh,
Well, what do you say,
His
Bull?
voice carries.
Oh,
yeah.
Nothing. I was just laughing.
Well, why don't we kick some video here? Let's dig deeper into the cesspool of nonsense. You know.
Oh yeah.
See whose head pops from whose ass with what to say.
All right, here we go.
All of the evidence is for all of these other fucking... God, this... we have a fucking fountain of tea to spill today, Hunty. Hunty!
So catch up with me, man. What have been going on? Because like I said, I really haven't caught up with you.
Rockets, more rockets. Demi was a total bitch to me, so kind of had a falling out with her.
Like I haven't.
I haven't been following along. I really haven't.
Welcome to the party, Reds. If you do something to piss me off or that I think is unethical, I'm a bitch. Who knew? Right? That's never been a part of my character.
She knows happened. She went at
Almost
Steve
like you're a
and
little
Red
pussy.
sideways.
Yeah,
and she
I
got
was a
treated
total
like a
bitch to you
and then
because you
didn't
were
like
a
it.
total fucking coward. I was
She's
a total
got-
bitch to
she's
you because you was a total bitch to
black.
Unirock. And when I woke up that morning and I had all my friends showing me that live stream, like, look at this little bitch, I was like, oh yeah, didn't I defend that little bitch the other week? Let me go tell him what he's doing is scummy behavior. If you think me using the harsh words I've always used, like, that is scummy behavior, then grow a thicker skin, you fucking pussy. Literally, you're a pussy. You're on here bitching and crying about how mean I was to you because I told you what you did was scummy behavior. And it was scummy behavior. What you tried to do was bamboozle Unirock.
This will be a quick comment, but that's not how the word literally is used. Because no, whatever you want to call Reds, he is not literally a pussy. Are you really trying to act like you're the intellectual here?
Well, here's the thing. I enjoy that she seems to have no problem showing receipts most of the time. Most of the time, if you have a private conversation with Demi, she has no problem with showing that private conversation. You notice how she's not showing the one with Reds?
Yeah. I haven't seen anything.
She, like, this is an interesting issue. She doesn't like that somebody decided to talk to her and then claiming that the person deciding not to talk to her, they're the pussy.
Yeah.
Like as if they're the... This is some serious projection going on. She's saying that, oh, you don't like the way I talk to you, so you decided not to talk to me, therefore you're a pussy. Instead of saying, hey, that person, like an adult, decided they didn't want to talk to me. They stopped talking about me or to me, and now they're gonna throw a hissy fit. Yo, what up?
I'm so sorry. It's just Unirock's in the fucking chat.
Oh, hey, Unirock, what up?
Oh, and Keon.
Oh, Keon's here. Oh,
Okay, and
Keon.
unlike Unirock, nobody block him. Let him spew off anything or say anything or
Steve
Keon or whatever.
Keon.
We don't play that around here. It's a free platform.
Yeah.
You'll understand.
Steve.
You'll get it, Uni. It actually feels nice. You're gonna like it.
Hang on.
No,
I
Steve
do
beat
want
you
to
to
say,
that.
Steve, you can feel free to hide Keon because fuck Keon.
Oh, he's unpicking now as well.
Uni, however, please leave him unblocked. I want to hear everything he has to say. And all I want to say here, Uni, since you're here and actually listening to this, I want you to hear my voice, bro. Every single time you've invited me onto your show, you've then immediately blocked me so that I can't come on your show. And then you have the balls to call me a coward? You little beta fuck.
Ooh. My enjoyment when it comes to Unirock has nothing to do with any of whatever garbage he's gonna say. I don't really care. Most of it's just hilarious as far as I'm concerned. Though it is my
really
favorite.
Quickly, someone take away Uni's wrench right now.
Yeah, before he like starts blocking people. My favorite has always been when he's like, I'm going on DeFango's show. I'm going on that show. And then after demanding and saying he's going to be there without clearing it with that person, when that person is like, yeah, okay, go ahead, come on, doesn't show up. And then again, hey, you guys want to talk to me, set up a stream and hang out. So somebody sets up a stream to hang out, doesn't show up. Come on, dude.
Done it.
Oh,
You're a
done
joke.
it. Thank you.
Thank you, Barman.
Okay.
I only say that because Unirock. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. I'm sorry. I just wanted to read the super chat from Failed at Engineering for New Zealand $5. Everyone should worship her because she defended them one time. She shouldn't be held accountable for her abhorrent actions.
Exactly. Well said. Love it.
I feel like asking the question, did Red's Rhetoric ask for the help, or was she just trying to be, I'm going to be a nice person and try and help someone who doesn't actually give a toss?
In regards to Demi's video?
Yeah.
Okay, so what had happened was essentially after after August, September, when the rape apologetics video came out, those people went on like a rampage of just like lemmings just deciding to leap off the logical cliff of Steve McRae hate boner pool. And so there were some questions that Demi ended up having based on like the garbage they were spewing, like stuff that had happened between like the GDC and stuff like that. So Demi came asking people about what was going on, and Reds was like, oh, okay, well, here's the information. And she was perfectly amicable. She asked him nicely. She didn't make like accusatory. She didn't approach him like a bitch. And so she got answers, and people were more willing to talk to her. Because I'll frame this in a way that maybe you guys can understand a little bit more where I'm coming from. I got screenshots from Demi saying, hey, what the hell? And then I got screenshots from Reds about the same conversation saying, hey, what the hell? And I got messages from Steve saying, hey, what the hell? So at this point, I was getting messages from everybody saying, what the hell is going on? So they had a perfectly amicable conversation, so we know that Demi is perfectly capable of approaching somebody and asking questions in a way that isn't accusatory. Well, this time, she decided to come in an accusatory manner, and she got shut down. And now she's complaining that they're being bitches towards her while identifying as a bitch. But yeah, nobody asked for her help. She came asking questions, they gave her the information, and then she stepped in on her own.
We've got a couple more super chats. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to Failed at Engineering for more New Zealand $2. Ask Unirock if he liked my video. And then we've got Helios 575 for $5 American says, when I listen to Demi, I am reminded of high school mean girls that do nothing but create drama lies. It was annoying in high school. It is just sad now.
Chesh has become everyone's work wife. That's really accurate.
I don't know if he's ready to unmute or not. Let's give it a try. But Jutmonkthedrunk Monkey has joined the panel. Buddy, get it in here. Come on. Oi, fucking oi. Come on. I'm not hearing him. He's unmuted.
Monkey.
Put the banana down and put the mouth to the microphone. He's gonna kill us now.
Don't eat the microphone. No, don't eat the microphone.
Jutmonk, you fucking dork.
And don't throw poop.
Yeah, get your hand away from your asshole, seriously.
Strangely, wait. His sound icon next to his logo is going up and down, or it was, but no sound was coming out. Monkey, talk again.
Oi, fucking oi!
There you go.
Monkey!
You bunch of fucking tossers! You insulted me just because I couldn't fucking shout back because I plugged the fucking microphone in.
I'm a wanker.
Monkey
Thank you very
man.
much.
We got a super
Mama,
chat
pour me a
in.
drink,
We
please.
We did.
Wait,
We got one.
let me
from
do this
Elusive
one. Let me
Man.
do this one.
Sure. Sorry.
Yeah, Elusive Man, $5. Thanks, buddy. Right on. Unirock chickened out. If he would have showed up, things would have been different. He just ran away when he could have just been cool and talked like a man. Exactly.
To be
Hope
fair,
I did
we
your
all
comment
know.
well,
I
too.
did warn Elusive Man. I did warn him that if I was there or in the chat, I told him I would leave at any point if he needed me to. That Uni's been avoiding me, and he wouldn't show up if I was there. So he's making all these claims about Steve, but is running away from me.
Kind of.
Well-
pardon me. Kind of like how he showed up here, made one comment, and as soon as I started talking about him, disappeared again.
He has. I just reloaded the chat and tried to tag him. He has actually left.
Aww.
Well, Jen Morgan says, "Who is this uni cuck? I say cock, whatever. Anyways, piss on him."
Yeah. And that was Jen Morgan,
$1,
super chat, $1.99. Thanks, honey.
Thank you, beautiful. You know I'd rub my
Awesome.
tail all over you if
Alright.
you were in the room with us tonight. I'll just have to slide over to Aimee.
Now,
Mwah.
We should get a bit of this video playing so Monkey knows what's up. It's
I
some
actually
lunatic
have
going
caught a
at
little
Steve
bit
and
before I
whatnot.
started. I did manage to watch a bit. I just
Okay.
didn't join, and my goodness, what an absolute fucking dickhead!
It's too much, eh? Like, she's just going off on a tangent, and it's all emotional response nonsense. I haven't heard anything with substance yet.
Oh, it's a she. I thought he was a he.
Well,
I couldn't
y-
hear her properly. I was
Ah.
trying to listen.
Well, I'm. This is a terrible assumption to make, but they clearly are trans, and Demi, is that her name?
yeah,
Identifies
Demi
as-
is trans and identifies as she.
Yes.
Right.
Shall we continue?
So, you know,
Let's go. I forget
Yeah,
what she was
it's the
man.
right
talking about.
moment, I think, too.
Yo, DJ, kick that shit.
Rock and tried to trick him on behalf of Steve McRae because you literally suck his dick non-stop. Just like I said earlier, I think you're hiding that shit in plain sight. I think you're on your knees sucking his dick 24/7 for whatever reason. What allegiance do you have to be
Pause,
this pathetic?
pause.
I don't know. But you're the one.
That's fucking impossible. How the fuck can someone suck someone's dick 24/7? I mean, you might need to go to the toilet. You know, things that you need to
No,
do,
he goes,
and you
no.
can't do when
No,
someone's
no.
sucking your
Hold
dick.
on. You could going to the bathroom has nothing to do with that. You could
Maybe it's a little
definitely
human
just continue
Sentai
through
pad
those
thing.
bodily functions.
Yeah, but they might want
I'm
to
worried that
eat,
someone sounds like they
you know,
took
in
it
a
from experience.
restaurant. Go
I have
to
a-
work.
I want to know what apparently Reds tried to trick Unirock about. Was it about being friends and talking to him all the time? Was that the thing he tricked him about?
Oh, that was so funny.
Gold.
Oh, man.
What was Reds trying to trick Unirock about? Now she said that she was referring to and talking about the conversation when Unirock after oh god, was it oh, it was my debate with Fight the Flat Earth about Dumb Fuck of the Year. Unirock came in and wanted to talk to everybody, so she's complaining that Reds didn't do a good job talking to Uni, which I guess is a fine opinion. I don't know why she would think that, but she's welcome to. But at what point did Reds trick Uni in any way? Uni asked to come in, Reds let him come in, and Unirock did all of the talking. All he did was ask him what people were lying about and ask him if that's what Steve had actually.
Oh,
Nope.
Oh,
loss
no.
of transmission.
Whoa,
We
maybe.
lose a Cheshire.
I think
Yeah.
we
No,
lost
no.
the Chesh.
Oh, there she is.
There we go.
Oh no!
You're back.
She's back in the
Hey! That was a good pause face. I
Yeah,
love
it
the
was.
pause faces. I was just saying that Unirock asked to come in, right? Reds let him come in. Then he was saying that Steve said this, that, or the other thing, and so he asked him what did Steve actually say, and how do you know that's what he meant? Unirock did most of the talking, and then he kind of just circled around the toilet as he flushed himself down because it was Unirock just destroyed Unirock. It like Reds barely did anything in that hangout. So I don't know what in the hangout that she's referring to did Reds trick Unirock about. Because she's making that claim. She claimed that Reds tricked Uni because and Reds' motivations are because he's sucking Steve's dick. Well, okay, fine. If that's his motivation, because he wants to suck Steve's dick, who are we to judge his sexuality and his kinks? But at what point did Steve trick, or did Reds trick Unirock?
I'll tell you something, Cheshire. You want to hear what us monkeys get up to?
Oh, probably not, but go for it.
Oh, you don't. You don't.
Better
It
not.
involves poo and everything. It's really weird. It's amazing what you can do with 3 bags of poo and a banana, but Monkey could tell you all about it, but I'd advise not listening to it. But
you'd be surprised how much fun you can have with a bag of dicks.
Hey, barman.
We got worms from the garden, and then we put them in a coconut.
Didn't you have an important shout you had to make there?
I did. It's from a comment from Mirai Vegeta. Is she jealous? Does she want to be sucking Steve's dick? So many questions. And it's true. It's like, who cares who's sucking whose dick? I mean, I wish mine was getting sucked, but frankly, I don't care who's sucking someone else's dick, to be fair.
There is something to be said that keep in mind that Demi got on this train and started talking to these people and started on about these subjects after she got rejected by Steve and Reds.
Oh!
She approached them about information. She came at them sideways. They both told her to fuck off, and so this is where we are now. This was her response to getting told to fuck off. So
yeah, I mean, we got a super chat to get in. Failed at engineering, New Zealand, $2. Thank you so much. Demi's just like Uni. Throw shit, hoping some will stick. Exactly. It's just tossing it around, and the little followers that don't actually look into things just go, oh, Uni's so cool. Oh, he's so great. Oh, listen to him talk to Busy now. I think that's entertaining. Get the fuck out of here. Holy shit. Thanks, failed at engineering. That was a good show.
No. Don't pick on Busy. Free Busy. Busy is being taken advantage by Unirock and being fed drugs. Poor Busy. Save Busy. Hashtag Busygate. Hashtag free Busy.
We should get busy. Right. We should get Busy and G-Man's cat together, and I think they'd be happy.
Yes.
They'd be happy.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Was there another? Yeah, there's another super chat in. Helios 575, $2 American. Thank you very much. Notice all the claims, but no receipts yet. And that is exactly it. All I'm hearing is wah, fucking wah, wah, wah. That's it. Nothing.
If you look at Demi's previous... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we do keep pausing it.
That's true.
We do. I mean, how much of this video we actually got through, Bull?
5 minutes.
So far, all I've heard is fucking filth. It's worse than me.
If you look at the thing with that, where that's not necessarily an excuse with how far we've gotten through, is because if you look at Demi's previous videos, anytime where she actually does this and has the receipts that she claims to have, they're up on the screen while she's talking, and she reads them out. So normally she wouldn't say that, oh, Reds is saying this. She would say, no, here's the conversation we have, and put it up on screen and then read it. She hasn't done that this time.
Nope. Haven't seen it. No.
Well, from what you said before, Chesh, when you said she approached fucking Reds, she approached Steve McRae, and they basically said, fuck off. From the interactions I've had with Steve and Reds, just if they said, fuck off, I go, yeah, all right.
Well, most people would, yeah.
Yeah, well, they strike me as the people that saying fuck off is just the polite way for them. Not to be rude to either of them, but if they said fucking fuck off, you fucking twat, I could understand. But if just a fuck off, leave us alone. It's like, yeah, whatever.
They didn't actually even use that language. How do I know this? I saw the screenshots. I've seen all of these. Demi sent them to me.
That's even worse if they didn't say the words fuck off. God, most of my conversations involve the word fuck.
Red specifically asked, why are you being rude to me? She said, hi, I'm a bitch. And he was like, do you want to maybe have a live conversation about this? Because I think things are getting confused in text. And she said, no, I don't really want to talk to you. And he was like, okay. And she was like, go enjoy your rocket. Bye. And it was like, well, that was bizarre. And then
That's fucked up as a conversation goes. I'll be polite. I'll be polite about that.
Kind of strange. And at one point, and Steve's is, I might have gotten, maybe I got something backwards and that's why it sounds weird, but that was the gist of the conversation. With Steve, if I recall properly, the conversation was on Facebook, and the Facebook conversation was Steve got a little bit more harsh with her than Reds did. Steve was like, I'm not entertaining this. I'm not having this conversation anymore. I'm blocking you, and then blocked her.
Damn.
Steve might have told her to fuck
She
off.
is just...
Might have.
Hey,
But Reds did not.
hey guys, we're not getting through this video.
Yeah.
It's still
We better
premiering.
do.
Oh god.
Really?
Could
The
I,
fuck?
yeah, could I
Yeah,
just say
Which is why I
Could I
didn't
just say
answer how
something?
long it's been on, because it hasn't ended, and
It doesn't matter.
the thing just keeps getting smaller and smaller, the amount we watch, because it's getting longer and longer.
The video started at 12.
Depends on where you live.
Well, you know what I mean. At the o'clock then, that was
GMT. Yeah.
62 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Listen, guys.
okay, well,
before we crack on with this video, right? Because we need to crack on with this video. Like,
Yeah.
Vicky, come and sit over here with me and Amy. I'll give you
No,
a hug.
don't do it. Don't do it, Vic. Don't do it.
This sounds like a trap.
Come and sit with
It's
me
a-
and Amy.
It's
I'm
a
nice
trap
to
with a
straight.
tail. Run away. Run away. Hide in the corner while you can. And play some video.
I would love to get up and move over, but I don't think my legs work. I'm stuck. They fallen asleep with the way I'm sitting on that stool.
Right, let's fucking crack on with this video.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, yeah, there's so much that wraps around the video subject that it's hard not to keep it on, but let's try.
That wanted to fuck with me, right? Wasn't it? You're the one that decided to bring me up and put my name in your mouth, innit? Right. Okay, cool. I'm going to put your name in my mouth now, big boy, and I'm going to provide all the receipts and show everyone how much of a fucking moron
Then
you
show
are.
us already.
Anyone can sit there, set up a fucking camera and point it at a rocket launch, and anyone can debunk
Let's
a flat
not pause till she
earth.
shows
I'm
a
scared
receipt.
of Mr. Red.
Oh, I want to see her make a
But
rocket
like for
launch
example,
video now.
Demi tried to get to you. Demi went with the other people.
This
and
is not
people
a
just, like,
receipt.
want nothing to do with her on my side because she's just so dishonest in her
Pause.
approach. And that's fine. But I've never told anybody who they can and cannot associate with. I don't trust her any longer. She made false accusations against me. With
Maybe
no
Bull
evidence.
Gee, I
has to
wonder
go
why.
for a minute.
I never once made a false accusation against you at all, and I've already
Oh,
debunked
say
your
finally
moronic
receipts.
claims in my
Sorry.
video.
No, that was only her sent message, though. That wasn't a receipt. That was only her end.
Well, but she's saying I never said this, so she's showing what she said to show that she never said this.
In one message out of how many?
Well, yeah, exactly. Well,
It's the whole
I
thing
saw
is-
the message. She said that Steve committed fraud. What she was saying was that essentially, I'm gonna have to I don't want to paraphrase. Steve put it on Twitter. I think he posted it. But what had happened was that she was asking about the Leslie Bass charity live stream and saying that it was fake. So she was saying that he committed fraud via implicature, and that she was essentially saying that she was going to make a video saying that he did this. If he didn't justify his actions to her satisfaction, which, by the way, she did. If you look at the videos on her channel, she's got one of them, I believe, is called, let me see. Let me pull it up, because why not? Let's see. Videos.
And while you're looking that up, I just want to point out, as far as Red's launches go, one of them has over 1 million views and has been tweeted out by Commander Chris Hadfield.
Yep, and the new one's coming out too this Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, the title of the video is Steve McRae, the SJW Boomer, and the picture that she's got for the thumbnail is Steve McBoomer is a criminal. Is in all it's all in all capitals, and it's him behind bars.
Oh God.
So yeah, you did. even if it is just supposed to be clickbait, you still did it.
Absolutely. I just got told. Okay, I got a big shout to do here. So, Lindsay McNeil says, anyone can do a rocket launch. Well, if you have a penis, then you can take your rocket launch over and over and over and over.
Oh, I've got something I'd like to read as well while we're here. It is a super chat. It's not from our fucking stream, though. It's from their stream. It was the
Nice.
Holy Spackle, and they did a chat on theirs. Drag is an overweight coward. Now, as a channel that's supposed to be all about fucking acceptance and stuff like that, body shaming is probably not a good thing. So that's when Anti-Ordinary then tags that person and goes, accurate. I think that's a bit fucking horrible, to be fair. Not to point things out, but that's horrible.
As much as I dislike Dragnot, I wouldn't shame his body. And it's weird. It's just weird coming from the Holy Spackle. Yeah, because she's ostensibly his friend. And so whatever. I don't get it.
Maybe we'll be charitable towards Spackle for once and say maybe she was making some kind of joke that we didn't understand.
Well, we'll understand when we get to that point of the video in an hour's time.
Yeah.
Well,
I actually have something that I'm curious about, because she was, like Demi was talking about how much of a victim she was and how all of these things, how all of these horrible things have happened to her. And I'm curious about where the video's going, because she's been sitting around talking about pussies and dicks. So I'm wondering if she's actually going to go ahead and say that's not okay for Steve to say, or Reds to say anything like that. Because she seems to be okay with calling herself a bitch. She seems to agree that she talks about being a bitch, but she's not okay with Reds calling her a bitch when she said, hi, I'm a bitch, when he was like, why are you being rude to me? So there seems to be a little bit of it's okay if you do it, but not if anybody else does it.
Yeah, because she's owning this shit, man. Like,
which is fine. She's more than welcome to. I don't have a problem with that, but don't tell other people they're wrong or that they have to put up with you. Nobody has to put up with anybody.
Plus, she's putting shame on a big sloppy blowjob. What the hell's the matter with that?
Yeah. Don't kick shame Reds and Steve. Start the fanfics.
Hell,
what's their ship name?
If they can
Steve and Reds.
If they could, the SSSNS, or S&M, no, I'm just saying. Anyway.
What do you think, people? Should we cut to it?
I think we definitely need some more.
Yeah, all right.
Can we get a minute this time?
Maybe.
No.
You don't watch anyone's videos that criticizes you. You run away and hide like the little narcissistic weasel you are. Okay, bitch.
Wow.
Okay.
You made
Wait,
false
she talking about
accusations
Reds
against me
or Steve?
with no
Oh, no,
evidence
she talking about
whatsoever.
Steve.
You're done. You're just done at that point. I'm not going to tolerate that in my life, even though I legit went out of my way to help her on more than one occasion.
I don't know what the more than one occasion was. You legit went out of your way to help me with the false copyright strike, and you were like one of the smallest creators to go out of your way to help me with that, which doesn't undermine you helping me with that. That was a really good thing. I'm just trying to reel in your sense of entitlement that you were like some big grand person in the scheme of things. Just because someone does something good for you once, that does something helpful for you once, that doesn't make them immune to criticism. That doesn't mean they're somehow like a holy fucking figure. I'm not Reds. I'm not going to get on my knees for someone like you. I have standards.
Question though,
I
so
agree with
what
that, but that's
exactly
not what Steve is saying.
happened
So this is
between
complete
you and
misrepresentation.
Demi,
Can we pause for a
just
second?
out of curiosity? Not
Demi
that matter.
So there's something that's being misrepresented here. Steve doesn't not watch things that criticize him. Steve doesn't watch things that from people he's blocked. People that he no longer believes are honest agents in their criticism. You haven't brought in any criticism, Demi. You've just been mudslinging this entire video. This whole video has been you just trying to throw shit. So no, it's not that he's not willing to look at criticism, and it's not that he's not willing to take criticism. It's that you're being a bitch, and nobody wants to listen to you be a bitch. But I do agree that just because somebody helped you once does not mean that they're immune to anything that you decide you want to say about them after the fact. But that's, again, not what he's saying. What he's talking about is essentially along the lines of the principle of charity. What he's referring to is saying that I've helped you in the past, and now you're coming at me sideways. That's different.
Yeah. Very much, very much. Super chat time. Failed at engineering. Thank you very much. New Zealand $2. Someone tell her to follow her own advice. 100%.
Ooh, yeah.
100%.
If you don't think Steve is so important, why are like the last 5 videos you've done all about Steve?
And mostly about his dick.
Yeah. Stop talking about Steve's dick, Demi. You're gonna make him uncomfortable, and that's harassment.
Yeah. I mean, you know, when I show up somewhere, the dick jokes usually fly, but I never heard it spoke of so much until this one. Wow. You know.
Yeah. When you turn up, though, it's the dick and tweezer jokes that fly.
You fucker. What's that old song? You're my obsession. That's all I'm hearing right now. That's what I'm hearing is the chorus to that tune.
Just while we're all here, Dead Kennedy's had to pop out. His leg's doing him in, so he may be back late, but we doubt it. He needs to go for a lie down.
Speed Knobs in with $2 super chat. With friends like that, who needs enemas?
Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, right. Should we have a little bit more? Because this is it's just a joke, to be fair, isn't it?
Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
Demi was on my Facebook,
by that point, Monkey will fix his sound.
The way personally I was interpreting what she was saying, that she was accusing me of a crime, and I was like, "Fuck this bullshit."
She was hostile.
Yeah. And here's the thing: nobody else can say, "Oh, she wasn't saying that," because that is what she was saying to me. That is how I interpreted it by implication, and I have an argument to be had by her saying things were fraudulent. Therefore, I committed some kind of fraudulent crime. And that's what she was implying.
Notice all of those qualifiers he added there, almost as if he consciously knows I didn't accuse him of a crime, but he's just going to play like a fucking little SJW moron, so he can continue to propagate that narrative. I'm sorry, baby. I hate the word narrative now as well. They killed it. It's fucking stupid, dude. There's literally unless you are admitting you are a moron who lacks self-awareness and a comprehension of the English language, and you are also so sensitive to get pissed off when someone asks you blunt questions. And also, can you just go wash your hair, please, dude? Real talk. It makes me want to throw up every time I'm sat here watching you on live stream with your greasy fucking hair that looks like you just dunked it in the fryer at McDonald's. Dude, just go into the shower, put some shampoo.
For making fun of her for looking like a who at Whoville.
Oh, I was going to do that. I thought, if we're going to body shame, can I get into those stupid eyelashes, the stupid makeup, the horrendously big nose, the giant Dumbo ears? Because it's not nice when people body shame about anything. So shut the fuck up, woman. Just fucking get on with criticising people for their mental attitude and what they say, not for how they look. Because otherwise this fat fuck's going to sit on you.
You remember what she said, right? What she was saying that Steve has added all these qualifiers. No, those aren't qualifiers. That is explaining to people because people were asking for explanation. So if I say you accuse me of a crime and you say, well, no, I didn't do that, and then somebody explains and says the way you came across to me and how you said that by implicature is you accusing me of a crime as far as I'm concerned. That's not a qualifier, that's an explanation. Those are two different things. And on top of it, you notice how she wanted to go ahead and say, oh, Steve is pushing a narrative, oh, Steve is doing this, and Steve is adding this and pushing a narrative. And then she immediately, instead of actually showing that, started talking about how he looked.
Yeah.
Speaking of how he looks, failed at engineering, New Zealand $2. Thank you. No one talks shit about Steve's hair. No one.
Oh, can I do the next one, please?
Yeah, go.
Mr. Victory literally just come in for $20 US. The poor bird looked like, bitch, really? Please? I was like, yay!
That's a pretty good imitation. I like that.
That was awesome. Thanks, Mr. Victory. That's awesome, buddy. You rock. Awesome.
She's just detracting. She's like, I'm going to talk about his hair because I don't want people to actually pay attention to what the fuck I just said about how he's doing these things that he's not actually doing because I didn't actually demonstrate that he was doing those things. I threw up a bunch of screenshots of him stating his opinion, and because I'm saying that he's adding these qualifiers on instead of saying that, no, this is an explanation. Those are different things.
Right. Absolutely.
A qualifier
well, what do you think there, Bull?
At the beginning, when she was prepping, what Dead Kennedy called out.
Very much. Should we play a little more?
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
All right.
Shampoo on your nasty hair and then sit in front of the camera. No one wants to be looking at you looking like a greasy little fucking weasel.
He has
I don't know
more
why I keep
viewers than
calling him a
you.
weasel, but I'm kind of liking that.
In less than 24 hours, so I'm like wondering what the hell happened.
Did you guys know what part she just cut out?
And then she became besties
She just
with
cut
Uni
out.
Rock.
She just cut out when Reds was explaining that she
everything I did was
messaged Red,
altruistic,
Steve, me,
in
and
that
Nick
regard.
looking
Now,
for some drama to
the
talk
only thing that
about.
wasn't altruistic was that I wanted to make sure that Katie was not going to
That's the part she cut out.
get away with mass flagging people, right? So in that way, it may have benefited me just because again, I can't stand
a good
Joy
video
and
though. 'Cause
Wonder.
you can come
I would
back
like
to
see
this
her
and
go
put
down.
in. This is what's
But
missing here.
my
This is
altruism
what's
for
missing here.
Leslie Bass.
This is why
was
she's crazy.
For her to get something back out of it, right? For her kids to get Christmas presents. That's it. And anybody who thinks otherwise, you're just an idiot. Because what advantage to me would have been to me? Why would I make some fraudulent email? Why would I have anything to do with a fraudulent fundraiser?
The motives aren't there yet.
There's just legit zero motive.
Oh, hey, that's what
and
I
why
would've
would
just
I
said
work
right
so
now.
hard? And I have private messages to a lot of people, including Leslie, begging her for that email. Why would I beg her for the email if I'm the one that made it and sent it to her? That's just stupid.
You have literally no idea if the mass flagging actually impacted the channel at all. And we have pieces of evidence that Leslie was prevented from streaming for her own reason. Also, I don't know, can you demonstrate that Leslie made 3,000 a month and she only got 1,000 from this? Because
It wasn't 3, it was
that's
2.
not how this shit works, okay? Listen, if Leslie was streaming live content, right, and then that takes away her streaming ability, she wouldn't have just stopped it and then fucked her own money up to make this 1,000. She wouldn't have been able to make any money from her YouTube channel. So it's not as though like, oh my god, this guy, he strawmans so fucking much.
Really
the argument people are making is that Leslie Bass had her channel restricted because she was live streaming illegal content. We don't know who done the email or what the purpose of the email was. All we know is that the email was fraudulent. Okay. So
we don't know
the reason why Leslie
close.
probably wasn't able to stream. You have a fraudulent email. You have no evidence that indicates Katie. The only evidence you have that indicates Katie is that Katie requested people to flag a video. Like, that might not even have been illegal. The video might have been against terms of service anyway, so requesting people to flag it, although I wouldn't agree with that, isn't necessarily unethical.
Oh,
Okay.
if we're going to do sorry, I've got to cut you off because there's some of this popped in my head. If we're doing against terms of service, we checked out this person's channel before all this went on, and I scrolled through a couple of their videos. Now, I'm sure that half-naked people dressed in stockings, suspenders, and a bra should not be on your thumbnail, according to probably YouTube's terms of service. What do you reckon, Chesh? Do you reckon that would get passed?
Depends on how big your channel is.
2,000 subs?
Yeah, probably not. Probably not gonna pass.
Well, funnily enough, this channel has that on it. It's about the 15th video down, so it's about the third line down, and yeah, that's this person in stockings and suspenders and a bra, and I was like, okay then. And even I was very surprised at that, so yeah.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Demi just listed off a bunch of things, 2 of which were factually just not the case. One is that the email is fraudulent. If the email is fraudulent, show it, Demi. You want to have receipts, you said you had all this information, you made the claim. So far, essentially, your claims are Red's tricked Unirock, which he didn't show. Leslie's channel did not had nothing going down had nothing to do with Katie. Good luck showing that, because essentially strikes like that, we know that Katie false flagged, and we know that the stuff went down when she false flagged her, and that Katie was gloating about it. So it may not be the only factor, but it is a factor, period. The fact that it happening makes it a factor. Her getting false flagged makes it a factor in her. It factors into however her channel is operating, period. Doesn't matter after that. We don't know that email is fake. We were able to demonstrate that, because at first people were saying the screenshot of the email was fake, and we were able to prove that no, it was actually a screenshot of an email by making adjustments, like color adjustments to it. But at no point have we ever been able to prove whether the email is real or fake, because Leslie never gave us the email. So you can't actually unless Demi has the email, in which case, by all means, show it on screen, show it in your video. You want to show that it's fake, show that it's fake. So far she's just been making she's made like, what did I count? 4 claims that she hasn't demonstrated.
Well, and if she's going
and
off,
Steve is pushing a narrative.
And if she's going, I was gonna say, if she's going off of like the video, I watched the video Nate Brody did about the email and the grammatical errors and the fact that it looks like an older template, none of which proves it fake or not. None of it.
Correct.
You have to see the full headers of the email. And
Yes.
the only way to get that is if Leslie gives it to us. If Leslie gives it to Steve, there's reason to question for that. It's
Yes.
like, this is kind of odd that they used you instead of your, for example. Yeah, it is odd. I agree. But that's all it is. It makes it questionable. It's the reason that it's not just taken at face value in the first place.
Correct. There's reason to question it, but there's not enough information one way to decide one conclusion over another. And that would also have nothing to do with Steve, by the way.
No, it wouldn't necessarily. Unless
So
the headers had his email in it.
Yeah, you'd have to demonstrate that the email was fake, which you can't do, and then you have to tie it that Steve was either the one that made it or sent it or knew about that it was fake at all. So there's a whole something that she doesn't actually mention yet, or hasn't mentioned yet, and hasn't brought up, is that you have to still tie that to Steve, which you haven't done.
I'm gonna cut in here because I've got about 10 super chats to read. This is mental. The chat has blown up. Thank you to everyone. I shall get through these now. I'll start off with failed engineering New Zealand $2. Leslie posted SS of her earnings from YouTube. Then another $2 New Zealand from failed engineering. How the F she knows the email is fraudulent. Very fitting. Christopher Hogan, very sorry we missed you earlier. Why does everyone hate on poor Steve? We missed one, which was all that. Another one for Jen Morgan for US $1.99. Her hair sucks, greasy. She wishes she had mine. Love it, Jen. Rachel Wilhelm, $5 US. Keep being awesome, Steve. Because yes, Steve is awesome. Graham Price for £2 British. Sorry, it can't be more, but it is well deserved. Jesus, I've got so many more. Failed engineering, another $2 New Zealand. How the F she know the email is fraudulent? Again, I think she posted that twice because that's only come up once on my stream. But okay, and yeah, that's it. We've finally caught up. But yeah, everyone loves Steve. Ooh, yeah, no, all good. Yeah, and yeah, I think we should have some more video at that point. And everyone's quiet. That's really disturbing.
I think we're ready to do the next bit. There's not much more to say. She's making claims, saying that she's not making claims, and saying that other people. She's projecting. This whole video has been projecting so far.
She is projecting. Yeah, yeah. Nothing has been shown. It's literally been, oh look, I can show this, and you've shown nothing.
You've shown that Steve thought.
Definitely.
You've shown that Steve thought. Actually, here's something that's interesting. She claimed at the beginning that she doesn't interact very well and she doesn't communicate very well with people on public forums or in private. Then she shows that Steve thought that she was accusing him of something, and then shows a bunch of screenshots of Steve saying that she thinks that she said this. He thinks that she said this. So if you're bad at communicating, then what you've said at the beginning of this video, is it possible that you miscommunicated something to Steve and made him think this, and therefore he reacted poorly to you? And so this has been your response. He decided he didn't want to talk to you anymore because of what you've admitted is your poor communication skills. And now you're lashing out at him and calling him all kinds of shit. And you have, in fact, at this point, accused him of crime.
Yep. Yep. But it's crazy how some people get like this and just completely talk crap over and over and like, no. But let's have some more video and see what else crap we can come up with on this, because it's just ridiculous.
Let's go.
Oh, that! I swear,
you just literally ignore all of the arguments actually being made, and you try to force. It's just common Steve, common little bitch boy Steve, where he ignores all of everything everyone else is going to say, and then just forces them along the track of his line of reasoning. He won't let you actually have a discussion. He just lets you agree or disagree with what he's saying. Fuck off, twat.
That's what you did when you came into my DMs. You're like, you did this, and I went, okay. And I was like, well, what did I get wrong? She's like, I already went over it in my video, and I responded with, actually, everything you went over in your video, from what I understand that's in there, because I've only seen parts of it, have all actually already been addressed by, one, me directly, because I had that conversation with you, and two, in Caffeine Corners, passively, without addressing it directly at all.
Well, you're wrong. And the reason you're wrong is because you didn't watch the video, so the shit you was addressing in your video was already addressed. So whoever's telling you that the video didn't meet the expectation to be counted, we're lying to you. There is no fucking way in reality that is true. So why don't you all stop being disingenuous little fucking bitches and watch the criticism of you, so you actually understand what people are saying, rather than digging your heels in and just telling people you are right based on nothing when everyone's pointing at evidence. And that's why when you responded to me in your comment section of your video, like, oh, well, actually, I already addressed everything you said. No, you didn't. I know for a fact you didn't, because I made my fucking video and I had the courtesy to actually watch your whole video, because I'm not an intellectually disingenuous person. So I know what you addressed. I know what you failed to address. I know what you re-established and restated without anything to back that up. And that's why I could assertively say I already addressed your points in my video before you even made your points. And then you came back with, oh no, well actually I know I've counted all your fucking points, but then you're admitting you haven't even watched my video. You haven't counted them, Chesh.
The thing is that Demi literally came out sideways for no fucking reason.
Yeah, go for it.
If you're curious about something,
I addressed the points that, here's what I did address. What I addressed was what has happened, and I addressed it again today. The main argument for that, Steve, because I'm not going to address every single one of every single fucking point that's going to be made. You're too busy blabbing your fucking mouth saying a bunch of fucking things without actually addressing a single fucking thing that you're saying. I'm not going to sit here and say, okay, well, show me this. 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 As you can tell, we have to pause this video every, not even minute and a half in to talk about how you're not actually showing any of the things that you're saying. So, no, I'm not going to go through and address every single one of your points. What I did address was the main point, the one that people sent me, the one that I saw, the clip in the clips that people were sending me, and they were full clips. Nothing was out of context. And the reason you don't know that is because you aren't on Twitter anymore, Demi. You know for a fact that you're not there. You're not on there. So you could be looking through incognito and just silently stalking in the background, and you can see the clips people are sending me. But good luck admitting to that, or whatever you want to do. The point is that I addressed the main argument, and it's the main argument towards the fraudulent, like it being fraud. One, you can't demonstrate that it's Steve doing the fraud, committing the fraud, because you don't know that he faked any screenshots and you can't show it. You don't know anything about the email or whether or not, so you can't tie the fraud to Steve anyway. And secondly, whether you like it or not, and this is exactly what I had said in my TLDR video, and why I'm not bothering to get baited by her again, because that's what she was trying to do, bait me, because you notice she didn't show the fucking conversation we had that's in public. If she knew she was in the right, she would have shown it. That's why she was so cocksure to show all the things of Steve saying that you said I committed a crime. Why didn't she show the public conversation then with me, if she wants to frame it that way? Why didn't she show that? Either way, the argument, the main argument. Sorry?
Go on. No, go on.
The main argument is essentially that Katie's not the reason the video got striked, because that email is fake. But you don't know the email is fake, so you can't reach that conclusion. And we know for a fact that even if the email was fake, whatever, the point would still stand that Katie did in fact have her video false mask flagged. False. And that affects your channel. That affects the video. That affects the channel, period. So therefore, even if it is not the only reason the video got taken down or the channel lost its ability to stream, it might not be the only reason, but that doesn't mean it is not a reason and therefore cannot be fraudulent. Steve cannot have committed fraud in this. Cannot have. I've demonstrated that on Caffeine Corner. Cannot have been. And I made this point on Caffeine Corner. That's why I'm saying her main argument has already been addressed, and I'm not going to sit there and go through every single one of your bullshit points, Demi. Not going to fucking happen. Not going to let you bait me. I don't give a shit about your video.
Oh, dear. No, all I was going to say before, from the amount of bitching she's done to the amount she's actually shown, it's fucking not comparable. You've bitched fucking 10,000 times. You've shown one screen fucking bit with a couple of fucking chat bits in the background. Some were small enough that you have to struggle to read them. So it's like, do you want people to actually read these? But yeah.
She could have showed our conversation. That conversation she's talking about right now, that she just talked about, is in public. Anybody can go and read it. She could have showed that. It would have been easy to get. She was having the conversation, but she wants to frame me in a way that is in her favor for the best. She doesn't want you to know that I said, no, I'm not interested in being baited. And that's not the only thing I said. I listed out 1, 2, 3, 4 reasons. And her response to me was bark, 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 bark.
Oh, mental.
In the style of, I'm going to say, an angry little poodle with a puffy hairdo.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Let's keep going, yeah.
Yeah, I need to get back into it because I had to deal with something there for a couple minutes.
Can I just address the super chat real quick?
Yeah, and if anybody wants to see, it's in the comment section of my TLDR video if anybody wants to see it.
Okay. Is that the one that you already read, Sarcastic Barman?
No, that last one I tagged, I haven't pulled another failed engineering one, yeah.
Yeah, okay, for New Zealand $2. Thank you so much, Failed Engineering. What did she fail to address? Care to elaborate, D? Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
That would be a really good point. If she's saying that I didn't address her argument, what argument didn't I address then? Go ahead and explain it.
Yes, please, explain your argument instead of bloviating.
And saying, oh, but go watch my video, though. And you haven't watched my video, therefore you're being disingenuous. No, I said I addressed the clips. I never said I answered your entire video, and I have no intention of addressing your entire video. Realistically, I did have an idea, which I'm not going to do now because she's clearly just trying to bait me and I don't give a shit. I was going to call her up and ask if she wanted to do a live stream with me where we're both in the call, and I would debunk her video live with her in the call on a first watching.
Oh, yeah.
I considered it, but she's clearly just trying to bait me, so I don't care. I have better things to do.
Yeah, but that sounds fun. You gotta say.
I was gonna say that we'd have to establish the rules, and the rules would essentially be that if you're correct and I don't actually address this, then I will apologize to you. However, if I'm correct and I make you eat shit live.
Oh,
we're getting a buffer, yeah.
Information. And if you actually want them to answer, you'll treat them with some fucking respect, especially when that person has done nothing but treat you with respect the entire time. Look at all the DMs that I've sent to Demi. If it wasn't for the fact that they were private information, I don't have her permission to share them, I show them to. I go, look how respectful our conversation was. But when Demi originally got in contact with me through Skype, she tried to start the conversation by saying I was involved in scummy behavior and that my interview where Unirock made himself look like an incompetent ass was just horrible.
This is bizarre.
So apparently, in
why are we zoomed in on Steve's face? Is she trying to make
it's the
Steve
best way to
should be
start a
listening to
conversation.
Red's advice?
But I'm kind of a diplomatic person, so maybe wires are being crossed here, I thought. So I said, hey, how about we have a phone call, Demi? I have just finished setting up my equipment to record a rocket launch because that was the launch of the Boeing Starliner that was happening that morning. So I said, my equipment's already set up. Why don't you give me a call and we can ask each other clarifying questions to see what the fuck is actually going on, what's on your mind. She says, and I'm paraphrasing here, but something along the lines of, no, that's okay. I'll reach out to you when I damn well feel like it with my list of questions. like I said, I'm just paraphrasing her bitchy fucking response. So at this point, I'm getting kind of fed up about her deplorable behavior. So I tried one last time to find some common ground. So I asked, can I ask why you're being so rude to me? I treated you with the highest level of respect, and every time we spoke, it's always been that way. So I'm wondering why I'm being spoken to in such a way. I didn't do anything to you. I didn't come at you sideways. You contacted me. And her response to me was, hi, Reds, my name is Demi, and I'm a rude bitch. How are you?
Yeah,
so at that point, I knew
I don't deal with
exactly. So at that point, I knew she had no desire to reciprocate the respect I had shown her. So I decided I wasn't going to play her little fucking game, regardless of what question she wanted to ask me.
Very difficult to understand.
She asked me a
I
question
don't know,
about
but you could probably strike Demi's video for copyright if Steve wanted to, or Reds.
Well, I was going to say, I did a video the other week, and it had 1 minute and 15 seconds of someone else's video in it. I felt bad about leaving that much of their video in one chunk.
Well, that's kind of why I stopped it now.
Because it was. If I broke it up, it wouldn't work right. But yeah, like Bull just has. But you can't leave too much playing without commenting or anything like that. She's just leaving that playing. No wonder her live stream was over like an hour and a half long. It's yeah.
Yeah, it did seem to go.
Someone else talk.
And I did.
I just don't understand this framing. I feel like she's zooming it in on Steve to try and make the point that Reds is making towards her against Steve. Like Steve should be listening and taking Red's advice to be respectful in conversation. But she's the one who started the conversation with Steve when she came at him asking about whatever the fraudulent shit.
Mm-hmm.
So and she's again admitted or claimed that she's really bad at interacting with people properly in either a social setting or in private. So it wouldn't apply to Steve anyway by her own argumentation.
Right.
Yeah. I think she's just like the rest of us. She loves Steve and wants to be closer to him, so she's putting bigger on the screen.
Right, because she wants to suck Steve's dick instead of Red's.
I don't want to. I think they'd be great cubes.
Judging by the stream, somebody's getting head. I'm just not sure who's going to be it in the end. It keeps going back and forth.
Oh, dear.
Too funny. Well, sounds like it's time for a little...
It's a bit
more meat for the sandwich? Yeah.
Sure.
Who the fuck cares? So I just replied with, I'm curious to see what narrative will be built if I don't answer your questions, so have fun with that, and then I blocked her. I then find out that...
Hey, it's the narrative that she's
Demi
doing
had
in
gotten
this
contact
video.
with Nick to try and get around my block, so that she could send me a message, and Nick, being the smart guy that he is, wasn't going to put up with that shit, so didn't do it.
Oh, he's not a happy camper, trust me.
Oh yeah, he wasn't, but I find this out too, okay? After speaking with Nick, as well as Chesh, and speaking to Chesh about the situation with you, Steve, and what I was seeing through screenshots on Facebook, because I don't have one of my own, because Facebook is literally a fucking shit show, I started noticing something odd about Demi's behavior. You see, before Demi asked Nick to pass the message on for her, Demi got in contact with Nick to talk about the situation with Mel, which is a drama-filled shit show, and during that conversation said that she's going to make a video about it. On the same day, Demi gets in contact with Steve regarding the Unirock, Katie Joy Polson, something to do with a fucking email issue, starts acting like a bitch while saying, I'm going to make a video about this. And then, much less than 24 hours later, she gets in contact with both me and Cheshire regarding the Fiona issue, acting like a bitch as already described, and yes, made it clear that her intention was to make a video about it. So, within a period of less than 24 hours, Demi got in contact with 4 different people regarding 3 different drama-filled dumpster fires and said for each one that she was going to make a video about it. It seems to me that Demi sometimes gets into this pattern of upload fever, where it doesn't matter what she uploads, she just needs to fucking upload something.
Right, that's Unirock's kind of motive too. I mean,
You're such a fucking pussy, Reds. You're such a fucking pussy. The difference between you and your little pussy friend.
Now, I would feel better about calling Reds pissy if she hadn't sped that entire clip up so he sounds like he's being pissy. Because she's basically altered the way he's talking there, and it does make him sound worse. The way he's talking, like all agitated and everything like that. And more than likely, he wasn't. He was just talking like his normal Red self, really. But the way it's been done there, it sounds like he's agitated and pissy and stuff like that. And it does feel like she might be playing on that fact.
Well, she's trying to call him a pussy and her reasoning for it, which she's not going to explain, because why would she explain her actual reasoning? Because that would mean that people are going to call her out on her fucking reasoning. And her reasoning is essentially that, and she's not going to say it directly, but it's all throughout this video, is that they didn't want to talk to me, so therefore they're a pussy.
Yeah.
Reds is a pussy because he didn't want to talk to me. Look at me make my bitch fest of a fucking video. Woe is me. Reds and Steve don't want to talk to me. bitch, bitch, bitch. Look, they didn't want to. Look at how they didn't want to talk to me. Therefore, they're a pussy. No, you're being a dick, so they didn't want to address you because they thought you were gonna push some kind of narrative. Oh, and look at what you're doing, pushing some kind of fucking narrative. You got called out before you could do it, and now you're mad. Get over it. You say you're okay. Oh, I'm a bitch, and if people don't want to deal with that, oh well, too fucking bad for them. Well, here you are bitching that people don't want to deal with you being a bitch. So why don't you stand by your standard and be like, well, I guess I'm a bitch then. Oh well, people don't want to deal with my bullshit. And yeah, that clip was unnecessarily long. Oh. Like she did speed up the clip to make it so that she could play the whole thing because it was going to be really long, but she didn't need to play the whole clip to get her point across if she actually had a point she wanted to make. She's just calling him a pussy. Oh, was it pissy? I thought I heard both. Oh, whatever. Either way, point stands.
Yeah, and it is the point too. Absolutely, totally agreed. This sped up thing is going to get annoying after a while. I hope it doesn't keep going.
Well, I can't control if it's not me speeding it up. I wish
I know.
I could take the blame for that, but it's the video. It's what she put out.
Yeah, it's too bad. But yeah, you know, I mean, I can hear through it and all. It's fine, you know.
Oh, Auntie's in the chat. She said, "I made this to deal with my pain. You haven't seen it, so you won't know. But this will age well." Really? So you made this to deal with, you made a public thing to deal with your pain by bitching about other people not wanting to talk about you because woe is me, your own pain, and therefore this isn't going to end well. So you end you saying that this is about you and your pain by bitching about other people with a threat. Clean. Yeah. Clean. I like that. I'm a victim. Watch me threaten you at the same time.
That's a really good way to say it. Absolutely.
TLDR.
So should we keep it going there?
Yeah, let's go. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
What pain? The pain that Reds and Steve don't want to talk to you? Oh no!
Friends, I can sit here on camera on my own and fucking drag you all to the internet. I don't need a little crowd of people behind me on my channel. I don't need to send my supporters out to do anything to anyone. I can just fuck you all in public myself without needing to rely on anyone. You're so transparent,
you're doing a good job so far.
You're literally a pussy. I came at you and told you scummy behaviour. We're going to debunk that part of this situation and then we're going to move on. Let's go.
Oh, good. Actually debunk something. Let's see.
Dude.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, treat me like a bitch, Reds.
Oh, this is inappropriate.
Hashtag demonetized.
Okay, so here was the conversation, and I'll put the screenshots here. At 9:23 a.m., I messaged him saying, "You did absolutely garbage in that stream, and I'm going to include parts of it in my response, and I think maybe I missed a lot in my original video with you that needs updating, so I hope you have receipts for your scummy behaviour."
So she's starting partway through the
me telling him, "Bitch, I'm no longer just taking what you're saying at face value. What you're doing is scummy."
In the first place.
If you think that is me coming at you sideways. Point blank period. That's me coming at you sideways. That's what humans do sometimes. If you piss someone off, they might come at you sideways. It wasn't anything of unreasonable magnitude.
Okay, hold on, pause for a second.
It was just a person, clearly a little...
She just said that she was pissy at Reds, therefore, because of something he did, we don't know because she hasn't said. And so she came at him sideways at the beginning of their conversation. That's what she just said. So she's admitted that she was a bitch to Reds, but she's bitching that she was a bitch to Reds, and Reds should just have to put up with her bitchy behavior. And he's a puss for calling her a bitch. That's what she just said. Just so we're clear.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure that we caught that.
That's all I heard it. Yeah. I think it's play it time. Absolutely.
All right. Here we go.
Little bit pissed off with how you interacted in a live stream, and the reason I was pissed off with how you interacted in a live stream is because I directly defended you against that kind of scummy behavior in my own video. So alright, whatever, dude. You want to be a little pussy about it, fine. And then Reds was like, no idea what you're referring to. And I said, if you mean the stream, I'm pretty sure you do. The Uni Rock one, if you need your memory jogged. If you mean the extra receipts I need, I will message you soon with what I would like, if you would like to provide them, and you can see what I consider scummy behavior in my video. So, like, even after my first message, where I was,
and I'm asking you for
like,
receipts
quite
without telling
clearly
you
pissed
what
off,
the
my second message has already dialed it down, and he's still, like, butthurt about it. Okay. And then Reds is like, what about him? And I'm like, what are you even asking? He exists as a person you streamed with. I expressed a strong disapproval. I don't know what other clarification you could need. He was like, I'm currently in Cape Canaveral starting a rocket with a few moments to spare. Why don't you give me a call so we can clarify the questions? Now listen, you guys, I saw the way Reds acted in this live stream with Unirock, like a disingenuous little fucking ratbag snake. So, after I'd already seen that, do you really for a second think I'm going to put myself in the position of jumping into a call with Reds where he could be recording it or anything and try to antagonize me for a response that he can take out of context because I don't record my interaction?
Doing, Demi? The thing that you're doing? Oh,
it wouldn't take much to antagonize a response there. Holy.
You're trying to bait Reds into a conversation. You start off accusatory and you admit to such. Then you refuse to go into a call when he asks you to clarify. You grant him zero charity because you're coming at him sideways because you didn't like his behavior towards Unirock and it was disingenuous somehow. But you haven't said how. You haven't said how he's tricked him. You haven't said how he's disingenuous. You haven't showed any of that. If anybody wants to go see that video, yes, it is unlisted, but the link is out there. People can have it. If you want it, I can get you guys the link. It is literally Unirock doing all of the talking and Red saying, well, what do you mean like this and why are you saying this? And Unirock just saying, at one point, Unirock tweeted out during the hangout that I was lying to Reds, right? So Reds asked Unirock, what did Chesh lie about? Or in what way is she a liar? And he's like, oh, well, no, I wasn't saying that she was a liar. And then he read the exact tweet and he was like, well, she is a liar. And he was like, about what? Well, she's not really a liar though. This is why I have where is Red's behavior scummy? Where is Red's behavior snake-like? Uni asked to be in the stream. Reds invited him into a stream to talk. They talked. Reds asked a couple of questions, and Unirock danced around like a monkey. So you show us. The video is unlisted, not private. You can download an unlisted video.
Right.
Show us the video, Demi. Show us the behavior you're talking about. You want to ask Reds about his shitty behavior, that's fine, but you're refusing to tell him what shitty behavior you're even referring to. And now you're claiming that he's going to act in the way that you were currently acting towards him, and are now are projecting about now, after the fact.
Yes, exactly. I got to get a super chat in here. Helios 575, $5 Thank you very much. If you cannot handle people being rude to you, maybe learn not to be rude to others. You can only expect people to be as kind as you are to them. That's what I'm hearing, and I'm hearing a lot of it. Wow. Incredible. Absolutely. Should we, that was getting a little bit, we might actually get somewhere if we let a bit more of it play. There might actually be something to accept, God damn, you got a bad fucking attitude and shit. We might have something more here.
I treated somebody poorly and I don't like that they didn't treat me kindly in return. What the fuck, Steven Reds?
Yeah. Wow, eh?
Why weren't you nice to me? I was so mean to you. Why weren't you nice to me back?
Let's be fair. Right. Bull, how far through this video are we?
I just looked at the finished product on her channel. It is, what was it?
An hour and a half, thereabouts.
It's an hour and a half long. We are somewhere roughly a third.
So
maybe
if we could get through
than
half, we could do
maybe a quarter way into it.
Oh God!
Oh wait, don't forget that this is Demi's part 1.
Oh, for the love of God!
No one wants to sit.
Will we done by sometime next
Reds
year?
was so
Super
mean
chat.
to me and had such
got two,
negative
haven't we?
intentions, asking me to
I think so.
clarify
We might
what
have.
I was
I'm behind
talking
too.
about.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. Yeah, we have one from Failed Engineering for New Zealand, $2. The second, Vacuous Dyspeptic Nincompoop. And then,
I love her.
and then Helios, I know, it's funny. And then Helios 575 for $5 TIL that letting people clarify their position and give them a chance to provide proof for their statements is being deceptive somehow.
Right.
Oh,
Good.
apparently, Reds is also going live talking about this, and that is over on Thoughts by Jay Brown. So apparently that's a thing that's happening. So if we do want to call it, we can get more information from Reds and then do a part 2.
We could. Considering you just told everyone where to go, Chesh, how rude.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I busted it. That was my bad.
Well, what have we gone for now? We started at... What time did we start? We started at midnight, didn't we? So... Oh my god, it's almost 2 o'clock my time.
Yeah, we've been going for about 2 hours now, so...
Jesus Christ. And we've done a quarter of her video?
4-parter.
It's a 4-parter.
Did you
for
say
this.
it's a 4-parter?
Yes.
Holy
Well, if we're a
shit.
quarter through and we did 2 hours, we're gonna do 2 hours. Oh, the thing is that I suspect that this is gonna start getting really. Her video is gonna start getting really repetitive.
Oh, I think it will do, yeah. But what's everyone up to doing? Because 2 hours is what we normally do. We can do more. We can do a part 2. We've got...
Well, I don't have us at 2 hours yet, so I was figuring we'd run the 2 hours and then we would reschedule for a part 2 to finish, right?
Yeah,
that sounds good to me.
I'm happy with that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Steve says go 30 more minutes. That sounds good. We'll just wind him up, though. We'll go 35 minutes.
We just got another super chat too from NANA for $2. Just checking if I can say from under cheese.
That's a really good one. All right, well let's let some run, and we'll do some under the breath comments, and then pause when really needed, and see what we can get done here.
Yeah.
Okay. Here goes.
With people. No, I'm not going to do that. My response to that was, no, I'm good. I don't actually need to speak to you about anything right now, but I'll get back to you. Enjoy the rocket show. Like, I went from, okay, I sent a pissed off bitchy message to, now I'm
Not
on a normal
apologizing
level.
for it.
So, okay, you
Or
got one
addressing it.
bitchy
You're
pissed
just
off
trying to
message,
ignore it.
Reds. You're so pathetic. And then he was like, I would like to know why you're being so rude to me. I did absolutely nothing wrong, and do my best to treat you with the highest level of respect. I was like, hi Reds, nice to meet you. I'm a rude bitch. How are you?
There you go.
He was like,
Exactly what
I guess
said.
that's the answer to my question. I will enjoy the rocket show as you suggested. And I was like, a great guess, gold star, enjoy. Okay, that engagement was over the course of an hour, right? So then I came back and messaged him. It was 10:02, so less than an hour that engagement was. And I came back and messaged him at essentially 20 to 2, 1:43 p.m. And I was like, Fiona is claiming yourself and Cheshire have been making false allegations of Fiona Robertson's sexually harassing you. Do you support or deny these claims? And then Reds, referring to a sexual assault or sexual harassment or rape, because the situation has changed so many times now.
No, it hasn't. Nothing has changed.
He,
been the same thing.
in response to what is a
The
serious
accusation
fucking
as per the
situation that you should want to address.
And it's not a rape, by the way.
I think you should.
It's an assault.
I think we should elaborate on that as much as we can.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So the argument that she's talking about, or the thing that was said, was by me. And the argument is part of a layered argument that we went over in the 5-hour stream. And it's essentially that what I had said was that somebody named Fiona had sexually assaulted Red's rhetoric. And I'm taking that off of the word of the victim, which would be Red's. And I purposefully did not give any other information. I just made the allegation. Part of that was part of a layered argument that has to do with the number of people, and these people specifically calling Steve a rape apologist. So, by their definition, if they don't believe me about Fiona, they're all rape apologists. That's essentially the argument that's being made. The second half of that is that I happen to trust and believe Reds. So, if that's not good enough for them, then it's not good enough to be calling Steve a rape apologist now, is it?
That's 100%, absolutely, positively.
Now, there is something else to be said, that if Reds decides that he wants to have that conversation, he's more than welcome to have it. And in the past, he's been more than willing to have it. However, he doesn't seem too keen on having the conversation with Demi. Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, well, after these kinds of displays, who would want to?
So here's the thing. Keep in mind that she came at him sideways because of his conversation with Unirock, thank you. And then moving on from this conversation, which she has not apologized for her behavior so far. She has not addressed it. She's just moved on and treated it like it hasn't happened, and is excusing it by saying, well, I'm a bitch all the time, so you should just accept it. Which isn't the case. That's actually pretty abusive behavior if it's continued. Now she's essentially, as far as he's concerned, still coming at him sideways, and now she's talking about an assault, that he was the one assaulted. And she went on and on at the beginning of this video about how she's a victim. So why would you speak to a victim like that?
That's a really good point. It doesn't make any sense. It's
because she's trying to push a narrative, which if you play the video, she'll continue to read where Red says, well, gee, I wonder what narrative you're going to try and spin if I don't answer you. Oh, and look at what they've been trying to do. Oh, and look at her video. Guess he got called out. Remember when I said earlier that all of this has probably already been debunked?
Yeah.
You called it right at the start.
And Mr. Victory, super chat for $5 American. Can we get her voice lessons? Damn, slow down. Not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. All right, a little bit more action there, Bull, then? What do you figure?
Sure, let's go for it.
Turns around and says, I'm actually curious to see what kind of narrative will be built if I don't answer that question, so have fun with that. Dude, I sent you one bitchy message, and then I sent you, hi, I'm a bitch, nice to meet you, which literally is like a fucking thing I say in every one of my videos anyway.
Trying to excuse me
and that's it, that was enough for you to just get this upset, and to then try trivialize a sexual assault accusation. That's exactly what you're doing in this message. So who the fuck behaves like that? Who the fuck is allowing a sexual assault allegation to spread around about them and then just saying, haha, catch me if you can, I'm not going to answer your straightforward, honest fucking question. Yeah.
No, we know you weren't being honest.
Nearly 4 hours was between my first messages and my next messages, yet in this live stream he's trying to parse it together as though it was one conversation, which was never the case, and that's just an outright lie. And so I responded with, okay, thank you for the response, because as far as I was concerned, I had everything I needed to demonstrate that these people are being a fucking hypocrites. They're running around being pissed off and upset about other people making sexual harassment allegations or claims that they can't necessarily support, but then they are making a fucking game out of it. It's like these people are weaponizing sexual assault and all these kinds of situations. Is honestly absolutely fucking disgusting. I've never met people like it in my life.
That's a big
so I thought I'd already had everything, but then obviously I just wanted
to... a second. She just said she's never met people who weaponize sexual assault like that in her life. Have you seen who's in her live chat? That's really interesting, because who's in there? Fiona Robertson. Holy spackle. The entire group, all of the people that were accusing Steve of being a rape apologist by using an assault.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry, Demi, but you've been busted. You're lying, and you know it, because you were actually on Twitter when all that rape apology shit was going on, so you actually know that these people did that. So now, that's just a straight up lie. Oh, unless you've forgotten. I guess we could grant you that charity that you've got a peanut brain. You got the mind of a goldfish.
Yeah, if you're listening to them, then you're not getting the right story. You're getting it twisted. They've been manipulating the situation for 3 years, way before you even showed up on the scene. Like, back when I first met you, it had already been going on for a year. Back when we had that hangout with you, me, Pimp Monk, and Red Eye, and Steve McRae. Remember that hangout? I have it on my Facebook still. And that's why I thought you were actually cool. But go ahead. Yeah. Sorry.
And can we keep in mind that at no point has anybody asked her to talk about any of this stuff? In fact, people have requested she not talk about this stuff?
Yeah.
She's making an allegation saying that people are weaponizing assault. And saying that she's never met anybody who weaponizes... And she's calling us hypocrites. This is all projection. Because as I have literally just shown, she is hanging out with people who weaponize assault, which is hypocritical. This whole thing is projection.
I can't. Yeah, I can't with her. Like that whole group of people. I just can't. Not anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm going to keep going. Sorry, I needed to stop that one there because that was starting to get a little bit out of hand.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So a little bit more?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Give him the extra opportunity to realise that this is a serious situation that you are treating very frivolously, Reds. Let me try and reassert that to you. And then I was responded with, just for clarification, so you don't have any misunderstandings, I have multiple recordings. Cheshire has made sexual assault allegations against Fiona Robertson, and you're refusing to verify those claims. Is that correct? Nope. You have no obligation to verify. That lays with Cheshire.
Absolutely not.
At that point, I was blocked on Skype, right? And that's the block Reds is referring to when he said I went around by a block. And yeah, I did. And okay, I'm sorry. That's like it's another instance of Red being the biggest fucking pussy in existence.
Apology,
I'm sorry.
not apology.
I shouldn't have navigated around the block.
Yeah.
So, someone didn't want to talk to her, so they blocked her. She went, no, I don't like that. I'm going to go around you. And then is bitching because someone blocked her because they didn't want to talk to her.
Yes.
Fuck off. Just don't talk to someone if they don't want to talk to you. Just fucking leave them alone. That's the whole point in blocking.
Well, do you notice how she framed that in her text? She framed it in her text saying that, so you're refusing to verify that this was in fact the case, that you were in fact a victim. No, that's not what he did. He refused to talk to you about it. That doesn't mean he's refusing to verify. It means you came at him sideways and he don't want to talk to you. So it doesn't mean what you think it means.
Mm-hmm.
Demi has a habit of thinking that, well, if somebody's innocent, then they're going to want to talk to me. And if they don't talk to me, it just looks bad on them. Not if you approach the situation like a cunt.
Exactly. Aimee, do you want to catch that super chat for us?
Yes, please. I have Mr. Victory for $5 American. He says, can we get her an eye patch and a hat? She has the bird already. Maybe she'd be a little more interesting.
Oh, can I make a joke?
Matey.
Why are pirates called pirates? Because they are. Sorry. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I got one. It's why did a pirate walked into a bar and he had a paper towel on his head, and the bartender is like, "What? Why are you wearing a paper towel on your head?" And he says, "Yar, there be a bounty on me head." No. Same pirate. A week later walks into a bar. He's got a steering wheel down his pants, and the bartender's like, "Seriously, dude, what? You can't be serious. Why do you have a steering wheel down your pants?" And he says, "Yar, it be driving me nuts."
Oh, fucking hell.
I'll see myself out.
I like it. Well, hey, Boole, we're just coming on that time mark here. So why don't you make a timestamp of where we are, and then what we'll do is we'll figure out when we can pick this up and finish the second half coming up here soon.
Would you like me to link out to where Reds is live showing the screenshots?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Awesome.
So if you guys want to head over there, Reds is talking about the situation, and he's showing the full conversations.
Oh,
Demi's
cool,
actually,
cool.
I will give Demi one thing. She is at least showing the screenshots for some of the things that she's saying. So that conversation did happen, and it's there. She's just framing it one way, and Red's is going to show the rest of it.
Before we go, though, we've got a super chat from Kuyasa for 5001. He says, I need more alcohol. My hangover's not big enough for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna get another beer.
Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, to everybody here, like this is obviously not our normal stuff, not normally what we do, and it's not like we're going to be doing a lot of this going forward or anything, but this one just hit a little bit personal, and we wanted to, make sure that there was a forum to go over it and talk about it, and so we made ourselves the place to do it. Very soon we'll be in touch with Chesh. Well, we're going to do this right after the show, but very soon we'll let you know, and we're going to do the part 2 and wrap this nonsense up, and then that'll be our take on bullshit. That's how we do it. So, I think it's great. Thanks, Chesh, so much. This has been great, but we're not done yet. We got to finish.
I think it's good to cover things like this once in a while, because I think it helps the audience kind of know a little bit what about the creators have to deal with in the background about addressing things sometimes when they need to be addressed. And I also think it's important to show people how to apply the things that you guys use for flat earthers onto things like more social situations, more allegations that or things like on a broader scale. It doesn't just apply to flat earth, it applies to basically anybody.
Exactly. Critical thinking is critical thinking, and you use it anywhere you need to, right? Absolutely. And that's why we thought we had a little something to throw in on this. So watch our Discord. The link will be in the chat. There's some moronic bot that keeps dropping it in there and whatnot. But, you can join us over on the Shills Discord, and we'll let you know when the next episode will be. It won't be too long, because we do want to get everything all wrapped up. We don't want to leave this stall and settle. So on that note, fuck you, bitch. And I guess we're done for now. We'll be seeing you real soon. Let's say goodnight, everybody. We're fucking out of here.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
See you crazy cats soon. No, that's right. We never got cows in. No, and this is a good stall so Boole can figure out how to get the end credit to roll after.
No, I think it's time to go.
Oh, that's awesome.